What is going on, guys? Welcome to Sixers Post Game Live. Me and my man Rob, we are breaking down our top takeaways, our players of the game, and we're going to grade the team overall performance here. The Sixers get the W tonight, 125-113. Joining me, of course, is my man Rob. He is at Philly_Madness. What's up, Rob?
You know, it was so nice to watch a Sixers game and not talk about Ben Simmons for 48 minutes. It was wonderful to get away from that nonsense for a little bit and to watch the guys that want to be here play pretty well tonight. So it was exciting.
Yeah, a lot better than their first preseason game. That is for sure. A lot to talk about here. Quentin Moore says Isaiah Joe should get all of Shake's minutes. We will get into that. I think the story of this game, for me at least, was Tyrese Maxey, because heading into this season, it is point guard play, point guard play, point guard play. And Tyrese Maxey, being infused as the starting point guard for this Philadelphia 76ers team. And man, did he not disappoint. I was very impressed by what we saw out of Tyrese Maxey tonight. He was a plus 22 in 21 minutes, 14 points, 5 assists. He had 1 turnover. The one step back three that he had tonight was something that I'll probably watch like 1,000 times before I go to bed here. Here it is. But it was just absolutely sick. Dude, the way this guy attacks the rim, one of the best I've seen for the Sixers in terms of penetrating into the paint and finishing over 70+ percentage effectiveness at the rim last year as a rookie. Look at this, guys. If he starts making this shot, we have an entirely different kind of conversation to talk about when it comes to Tyrese Maxey. What was your impression and takeaway with Tyrese Maxey tonight?
Well, I think it's everything you just said. I mean, look, that step back becomes dangerous because of his speed. His speed to the basket. If he can start to knock down that step back with consistency, he's going to be everything we need from him. Now, as far as being the facilitator and things like that, that's going to be a learning curve for Tyrese Maxey. Definitely. But the kid, listen, we said it all year last year. He just has that it factor. He's a dog on the floor. So I'm very excited to see that. I'm very excited to see him play way more than Shake Milton. Yeah. When Shake Milton was blocked by Goran Dragic tonight, that ended the Shake experience for me. I don't need to see Shake anymore. I think there's a lot of young guys that should eat into those minutes. Yeah. So that was all great. But Tyrese Maxey, look, he is as big an X factor as the Sixers have right now, and probably bigger than what they thought. But without the man that will remain nameless, who used to wear 25. Who I hope enjoys losing his $600K tonight. Tyrese Maxey becomes so integral to this team. And he, look, in my opinion, he may have to start. He may have to be, he might be your starter at that point guard position. But listen, the other thing I saw tonight, Seth Curry was banging threes. Danny Green looked like he wasn't injured. I really like what I saw out of Niang off the bench and Drummond off the bench. That's like there's Mike Scott and Dwight Howard from last year, but these guys are better. So you hope that plays into it. So, I mean, all in all good, except I just can't do the Shake Milton thing again. I can't do it.
Yeah, Shake definitely struggled there, and especially the first half. Coyle says 10-9-8 76ers. Quentin Moore says Embiid's play versus the double did not look good. It was definitely, some miss, some good. It was,
first game.
Embiid. It was Joel Embiid, his preseason. Yeah. But he was double teamed tonight, and we saw it. Jay North says that's because Tobias bring his man to him, and then Isaiah buckets. But just quickly to wrap up Tyrese Maxey, a couple of plays that really stood out to me beyond the step back three was there in the second half where he had back-to-back really nice passes. I believe he found a backdoor pass to George Niang there for a bucket. And right after that, he found a rolling Andre Drummond there, in a pick and roll. I don't think Andre Drummond finished that, but that's everything, man. Like, I'm a little worried about, I'll be honest, I'm a little worried about, a square peg in a circle hole. Like Tyrese Maxey's a microwave scorer. But if he, takes his, floor game to that next level, man, that's just a totally different conversation about this dude. So let's talk about Isaiah Joe, because the guy has been shooting the lights out. This is a trend that I loved, especially in that first half. One of the biggest things I did not like about this Sixers team last year was the lack of three-point shooting. They were near dead last in the league in three-point attempts. Tonight, they had 23 in the first half, and they averaged 30 last year, nearly 30 last year. So you look at Isaiah Joe, 10 attempts per game during the summer league. Tonight, dude, the guy just shoots from the logo. Pure stroke, natural stroke. He's not afraid to let it go. Isaiah Joe had 15 points. He was a plus 17, 3 of 4 from three-point range. What's your take on Isaiah Joe, man?
Yeah, I mean, look, he's got to be that microwave off the bench. I mean, he's got, to me, Doc has got to find a way to make sure Isaiah Joe's in his rotation, because, the one thing last year was, all right, Seth Curry could hit some threes, Danny Green could hit some threes. When they went to the bench, it was Furkan, and that was it. I mean, like, it was, you knew you weren't going to get the 3-point scoring, but a guy like Isaiah Joe, guys like Niang, and they have to be, once again, big parts of this team. The team has to play different than what they did last year. All right. Because whatever we say about Ben changes the game a little bit, with the way he facilitates and all that kind of stuff. You don't have that. So you're going to have to shoot these threes. You're going to have to be in the top half of the league in 3-point attempts per game. And you need guys that can knock them down. And Isaiah Joe is just that guy. And he's got to have an opportunity to show that this year. I mean, look, our man Tiago was so high coming out of the draft last year on Isaiah Joe. I mean, he just, and look, I see exactly what he saw in him. And I think this kid could be a really, really good bench piece for them and could give them those points they need. That second lineup, when they came in that first or second quarter there, they went on a run. And it was guys like Isaiah Joe, and tonight Tyrese Maxey was a part of that because they had started Shake Milton. But, that's what they need. They need that second team to be able to come in and do that, to extend leads and go on runs, not just give up leads all the time.
Yeah, you talk about that second quarter. Isaiah Joe was a +9 in the 8 minutes off the bench there in that second quarter. He had 2 steals and a block. So this guy can do it. I love seeing him hustle for balls. He's all over the floor, fighting for loose balls. Furk and Joe to hit the 3 off the bench is going to be the difference.
Yeah, it's huge.
You talk about spacing. And here we are. All right, let's move on to player of the game. Oh, do you have any other takeaways?
No, I mean, look, I think it was a preseason basketball game. You know what I mean? Now they looked a lot better tonight than they did the other night. But, it's, to me, they look like a team that is out to prove a point that they're not made by one guy. They're still going to be a contender in the East. Now, you got to play a lot of games. 82 games, a long season. A lot of good teams in the East, but it was good to see them playing, and it was good to really see a cohesive team on the floor. I know Ben's not there, but most of those guys played together last year. It's not like, okay, here we go, we're restarting again. It's going to take us 30 games to get started. It just seemed like a group that had played together and was ready to move forward.
George Niang, you need to call out George Niang. You look at his shot chart over there. Dude can just spray all over the court, and that is going to be a huge addition. I don't think we talk about George Niang enough about how just important he's going to be for Joel Embiid getting the ball down low and getting him the space he needs. Let's go to player of the game, man. Who's your player of the game?
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm going to go with Isaiah Joe just because I love seeing this kid come in, bomb away threes. Like you said, 15 points. Listen, you get that kind of production from a guy like that off the bench, you're going to win a lot of basketball games. So, I'm going to give Isaiah Joe the nod. I like the kid. I like his work ethic. I think he's another one that just has it's not the same dog mentality of a Tyrese Maxey, but he's got that mentality. He just wants to come out and perform. So I'm going to give it to Joe tonight.
I got to go with Tyrese Maxey. I mean,
I knew you were going to. That's why I went somewhere else.
It's got to be Tyrese Maxey. I mean, he is everything for this team in terms of not taking a step back until the Ben Simmons trade thing is complete. But this guy, if he continues to showcase this ability to space the floor, God, man, and his ability to just be that James Harden going to the basket, the potential is just through.
Malachi Flynn wished he was back at San Diego State when that move was made. That was impressive.
All right, how would you grade today's performance, man?
I mean, I think this was an A. I think that they did what they needed to do, right? Because listen, even during the season, if you have a bad night, your next time back on the floor, you want to see a team look determined and not have a second straight bad night. Yeah. I know that the other guys didn't play on Monday, but they came out tonight. They handled their business. They looked good. They looked fluid. Look, defensively, they got a little bit of work to do. We know that, right? Especially on that perimeter. Losing a guy like a Ben Simmons from a defensive perspective is huge. But, I think that they got guys that are willing to I've always said this about defense. Defense is so much more than just like physical skill. It's a want to. It's a have to. They have guys on this team that want to succeed. So I think that will get better as the year goes on. You still have leaders in that locker room, but one guy that needs to show, and listen, he was great last year and everything he said this year, he's taking this leadership role. It's now time. This is now Joel Embiid's team. Yep. It's nobody else's team. There's no splitting it with Ben. This is his team, and he's got to be that leader. And I think he will be. I think he's ready for this challenge.
Yeah, I give him an A. You look at, I'm going to throw away the second half when all the turnovers happen and mostly bench guys. But you look at that first half, they only had 4 turnovers, 18 points off turnovers in that first half, 29 bench points. All Sixers players in that first half were a positive. It is only preseason. Take it for what it is. Yeah. But for the fact that, this team has been prone to a lot of turnovers, especially from the jump in seasons past. So that is really good to see, especially that 2-man game between Seth and Joel, which looked terrific tonight. So that is all positives as we go to bed here and get ready for the next preseason game. Rob, where can we find you, man? What do you got going on?
Find me on Twitter at Philly_madness. I'm all over Facebook, social media, Instagram. Although I will forewarn you, my Facebook and Instagram these days has become my business pages, man. I'm trying to rock this real estate game as I've changed careers here. So, but don't get me wrong. There's still going to be sports stuff popping up. So make sure you follow me. And then right here, Party on Broad. I guess we're still watching the Eagles. It wasn't too bad last week. I'm excited for this week because I think, changing topics for a minute, this week's a barometer of what you can expect, I think, from the Eagles the rest of the season. Like, Carolina's good, but they're not world beaters on offense. They're not world beaters on defense. So we'll see what's going. But I am pumped for the Sixers, man. I'm really excited to get back into some basketball.
Hells yeah. You can find me on Twitter at Mr. Crockpot. You can really find me drinking Theraflu and water. And
man, get better, dude.
Oh, man, I am absolutely sick of being sick. I've been dealing with the flu the last 5 days. Luckily, my test results were negative for COVID.
Well, that's good.
And we're going to Nashville next week. So, whew, that was a close one.
Yeah, get through this, man. Have you ever been to Nashville?
No, it's
on man, it is a party.
So it's a bachelor party, and we even have. We found an Eagles bar for the Thursday night game down there. So it's going to be a blast, man.
Yeah, I went down there for the Eagles game back in 2010, maybe. It is great. I mean, it's just so much fun. You'll have a blast down there, man.
I can't wait. Guys, make sure you like, comment, subscribe here. The more you hit that smash that like button, the more it helps our video and helps the brand get going. Also, if you subscribe here, tons and tons of highlight reels dropping after every single game, just like game 1. So expect to see breakdowns of Maxey, Isaiah Joe, everybody. So tons and tons of content coming. Get well soon, Dives. Thanks. You're gonna make me cough, man. I don't want to cough. When I start coughing, it's over. It's all over. By the way, it is his bachelor party, by the way. So
oh, it's Coyle?
It is Coyle, yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
you guys are going to have just get home safe. That's all I'm going to say. You're going to have fun. I'll have to tell you that. Just get home safe.
All right, guys. Sixers get the W, 1-1 on the preseason. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Go follow my man Rob on Twitter at Philly_Madness. Smash that subscribe button. If you like the Sixers, smash that like button as well. For Rob, for myself, thanks for watching, guys. Stay awesome.